Hello guys, welcome back to the world of English exams. Today's video is going to explain you about table completion, which is one of the essential and very important question types in the listening test. So without any further delay, let's start today's video by understanding the basics of the IELTS test, and then I'll proceed with explaining what is table completion and what are the important points that you have to remember while completing a table in the IELTS listening test. Of course, you can use the same technique for other fill in the blanks type of questions as well. So let's start today's video, and this is the overview of the IELTS test. It basically contains 4 parts: listening, reading, writing and speaking. So the listening test basically contains different question types such as multiple choice, matching, then fill in the blanks and map labeling and such other questions, out of which under fill in the blanks you have various types of questions such as note completion, diagram labeling, and then you have note completion, sentence completion, form completion, table completion and all that. So we have detailed videos of all these question types with example exercises on our YouTube channel World of English Exams. So do check them out if you wish to know the complete information, and this will be of a great help in the main test. So then we have the reading test, writing test and the speaking test. It must be understood that the listening and the speaking tests are the same regardless of whether you're taking the academic test or the general training test. The only difference is in the reading and writing sections, and this is clearly indicated in each of our videos on our YouTube channel. So now let's see the overview of what the listening test contains. So the listening test is divided into 4 sections which are played in a sequential way in the main test. So the first section contains a dialogue which indicates that there is a conversation, a general discussion between two people or two speakers about a general concept, everyday concept such as booking a room or asking for accommodation or applying for a job or maybe a telephonic interview or an inquiry about something. So such other dialogues will be heard in part 1 or section 1, and 10 questions will be played in this part. Then after the completion of the first section, the audio moves to the second section, wherein you will hear a monologue or a single person talking about a topic, such as a tourist guide giving us directions about how to progress through the layout of a particular farm or an area and such other things. Then moving on to section 3, it is known as an academic discussion between 2 to 4 speakers, and the context is completely related to academics, such as a PowerPoint presentation or a seminar topic or discussing about the syllabus for the exam or something like that. After this section, the audio progresses to the final section, the last one, which is a university lecture or a monologue. So here you will see that somebody will be delivering a lecture and you need to take notes, and this will be a continuous progression of 10 questions. Okay, so totally there will be 10 questions in each of the sections, which accounts to total of 40 questions in the test. At the end of the test, you will get 10 minutes of time to transfer the answers from the question paper to the answer sheet. So all these are the basics which I have already provided in the overview video. This is just for the quick recapitulation of the same. Now these are the various question types that you can see in the listening test. As we previously discussed this: note completion, sentence completion, flowchart completion, diagram completion, then map labeling, matching, multiple choice. Here you have 2 different models. The first model is where you have to select one right option, and the second one is where you have to choose 2 options. Then there is table completion, which we are going to learn today. So all these question types have to be practiced adequately, and you have to ensure that you're scoring above an 8 in each of the practice tests, because consistency is very important. That will ensure that the score in the final exam does not go below 8. So now let's quickly learn about some of the important things to remember, the points to note while answering a table. So as you can see, this slide clearly presents you the various points to note in your mind while filling a table. The first one, note the keywords properly, because keywords are the words that provide the direction and the main information regarding how to fill a table. So the keywords could be nouns or verbs or adjectives or something like that. Then the second point, Look at the instructions for the number of words. This is where most of the students would lose their marks. When you look at the instructions of a table, which I'm going to show you very shortly, you will realize that there are specific word limits set for you. Some of the word instructions are like one word and or a number, no more than two words, no more than three words, etc. In this case, if the instruction gives you an opportunity to write both words and numbers, then it is sure that one of the answers is definitely going to be a number. I am going to explain this concept to you in detail. Please stay tuned. The next point is underline the headings and side headings. Because it is fill in the blanks, you would not know how the audio will progress from one to another unless and until you pay close attention to each of the titles and side headings. That's an important factor. Then the next one is the answers will be heard in a sequence. Unlike the other question types such as matching, where you won't find the options in a sequence, that is not the case with fill in the blanks. In this case, you will see that the options and the answers are heard in a sequence. So you don't need to worry too much about it. All you have to do is follow the sequence in the audio and make sure that you are relating it to what is given in the question paper, and definitely you can see that the answers can be gotten very easily. The next one is the audio will be played once only. This is a very important rule, not just for fill in the blanks but for all the question types also. The audio will be heard just once. You do not have an option to either rewind the audio or pause it. So you have to answer the questions. If you don't worry if you miss out on one or two questions, maybe you can just proceed with that, because otherwise you will be losing the track and you will miss out on all the other questions that follow. So we do not want that. So if you notice that you have marked your keywords properly, then it is very much easy for you to score well in table completion. Then moving on to the next important point, listen to the conversation completely before confirming the answer. Guys, this is very important. I cannot stress more on that. You have to listen till the end of the conversation, at least till you get the concept that gives you the right answer. You have to focus on that, because the answer could be changed at any moment. Maybe the speaker might tell something and immediately change their mind, and they may divert to another one. So if there is any deviation like that, then you should not confirm that the first answer, whatever you hear, might be the answer or might not be the answer. You should not just confirm by listening to short discussions. Please listen to it completely before confirming it. You will get time to write the answer in the question paper as well, so not to worry about it. And all you have to do is write just 2 or 3 words at the max. So you need not write too many words, or it's not like an essay. So it's just an objective type question. Hence you all you have to do is worry about the spelling and see that the spelling is correct. And after you write something, see that whether the word is fitting the context or not. So after you fill in that word in the gap, the sentence must be meaningful. That is the only thing that you have to bear in your mind. Moving on to the next important point, do not expect to find the exact words as seen in the question, because synonyms are used. If you find the same word, then you should consider yourself as very fortunate, but it is not the case in listening, because a lot of synonyms are used while the conversation is progressing. Then moving on to the last instruction, write the answers first in the question paper and later in the answer sheet. So do not directly write the answers in the answer sheet. This is the big mistake if you are making it, because for some answers you will see that the discussion progresses quickly and the answers might be heard at any moment. So while writing the answers in the answer sheet, you have to take proper care that the spelling is correct, and you differentiate whether it is a common noun or a proper noun, and start the answer with a capital letter if it's a proper noun. So all these care should be taken while transferring the answers. Please do not make this error by transferring the answers parallelly while listening. This is a big mistake, and I suggest all of you to avoid doing that. So that's it, guys. So these are the important points that you have to bear in your mind while answering a table. Now quickly let's see how a table looks like. So this is what is the overview of a table, and this has been taken from the Cambridge past papers, so there is complete authenticity in whatever we are learning. You can see that the first part of it says questions 1 to 10. So, and here we are answering the table from questions 1 to 5. The instruction clearly says complete the table below. And moving on to the next one, that is the most important part of this, write one word and or a number, which means you can write the answer in the alphabetical form, I mean the word format, or the numerical format, or both. So the answer can be a word, one word, or a number, or a combination of both. This is very important, guys. And now let's analyze the table. It's talking about 4 things. First one is the apartments, second is the facilities, and third is other information, and the last one is the cost. You can see that there are blanks which are numbered from 1 to 5. So let's quickly analyze it, and you can also see that there is an example which is done for you. So only the first section will you find that the first part of the discussion is already given in the form of an example, and once the audio progresses, it will not stop. The first thing says Rose Garden Apartments, and the facilities say that it's a studio flat. Example is entertainment program, Greek dash, and here it is given as Greek dancing, and the cost is £219. Then the next one which we have to answer is regarding Blue Bay Apartments, which have a large saltwater swimming pool, and in the other information lies the first answer, just dash meters. So here meters is a unit of measurement which indicates that the answer has to be in the numerical format. Let's say just 50 meters, just 100 meters, just 200 meters, something like that. Then just dash meters from the beach and near to the shops, and the cost is £275. Then we have the second bit which says dash apartments. Clearly it's the name of the apartments, so you can't expect that to be in the numerical format. It has to be written as a word, just one word. Then terrace is available, and other information, water sports are also available. The cost is £490. The last apartment which is mentioned here is the Grand, which says the facilities are Greek paintings and something else. So obviously it is in the form of a word. Then overlooking the dash. So again, overlooking is nothing but when we look from the apartment, we can see, we can view something. What is that? You need to write here, you need to guess, you need to listen to the audio and then confirm it. That's definitely a word. Near the supermarket and a disco. Cost, obviously cost will be a number. So here if you see the instructions, all the answers are either in the form of words or numbers, so you have to be very critical in identifying it and writing it. So I hope by now all of you might have understood how to locate and identify a table if given in the IELTS test, and I hope you also understood how to read and identify the instructions and how to predict the answers with the help of keywords. So if you found this video useful, please do like it, share it with all your friends, and last but not least, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel World of English Exams. So till I see you with the next informative video for the IELTS test, happy preparation guys!